when they see the man like he's cooking for a woman, they're like, oh wow, that's love. But when the woman is doing it in reverse, it's like, you are not a slave. You are waking up this particular time. You see all sort of wrong comments, bad words coming from different people, which they are not inclined of what marriage is. Because I will tell you, there's no way you will tell me a woman is not a slave, which you will not imply it to the man as well, because it goes both ways. The way you are seeing yourself as not being not a slave is the same way the man is seeing himself this same way. But the man will not have that thought. We never have that thought, because they know my wife, my kids come first. These are the things I have to do. These are the things I am supposed to do. They don't need to tell me. As a man, you are not supposed to be told that this is what you should provide for your family, for your wife and your kids. You already have to know. The same way goes to a woman, a wife. These things are the things you are supposed to know. These are the things that are supposed to do. So the point which you have the thought that I'm not a slave is that point which your mentality is derailed. That is the way I will put it. Because you waking up that early to make breakfast for your husband is because you know what he's doing, you know why he's doing it, and you know your position as a wife. This is things that I am supposed to do without being told. Because without that, it will affect both the finances of the family and even the house itself. And there are other aspects which this act of service come in place, both for a man and a woman. So if you're doing something in your relationship or in your marriage to make things work, it's a scale of balance. That is your own act of service. The man has his own act of service as well. So the point which you think you are not a slave is the point which you are not mentally inclined on the things that you're supposed to do to make your marriage work, to make it better for both of you. That is one thing a lot of women these days see, and I would say most of these our young generations, because you can't think like that and want your marriage to work. It will not work if you think like that, except you take that thought out of your mind, out of your mentality. That this thing, we are being submitted to each other, and at the same time, this is an act of service which I believe your spouse, your husband, or your wife, they will reciprocate this same energy. That is the scale of balance. That is the scale of balance. There's no point of one person being slave to other, except the other one is just there without doing nothing. And I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's possible. With the way we are now, with the way the economy and the world is growing, I don't think it can happen like that. One person sitting idle while the other person is doing it. No, you guys work in hand, and everything goes like that. And that is the best way to make every marriage, every relationship work. As long as you believe that this person is mine and you are for this person as husband or wife or as fiancé that you're getting to married, that is just it. There's no two ways about it.